Namaste everyone, I am Gyan and you are watching the session 20 of Java and Web, multi-threading in Java. In this video, we will learn about the volatile keyword in Java. Here we have the Java file shared.java. In shared.java, we have the class shared. In the class shared, we have a public variable I of type boolean, which stores true. Then we have two threads. One thread has a while loop with I. Initially, the value of I is true, and when the value of I becomes false, then the while loop in the thread T2 stops its execution. And who changes the value of I to false? That is the thread T1. The thread T1 changes the value of I to false. When the value of I gets changed to false, then only the while loop in the thread T2 stops its execution. Here we have two execution units of the CPU. One is called CPU1 and other one is called CPU2. In the CPU1, the thread T1 is executing, whose duty is to update the value of I as false. And in the CPU2, the thread T2 is executing, whose duty is to execute the while loop. As soon as the thread T1 update the value of I as false, the while loop in the thread T2 should stop its execution. But there is an issue. The issue is that whenever the thread T1 updates the value of I, it only updates the value of I in its cache. The thread T1 is instantly not reflecting the new value of I, the updated value of I, to the main memory. The new value of I gets updated to the cache and later it will be updated to the main memory. Issue is that as soon as the I becomes false, the while loop in the thread T2 does not stop, because for the thread T2 the value of I is still true. Solution to this problem is write here volatile. When you write here volatile, then what will happen here is whenever there is an update for a value in the cache, that update will be instantly reflected to the main memory. And whenever another thread has to read a variable, then that variable will be read from the main memory, not from its cache. So after writing the volatile, whenever someone is changing a variable, that change should occur in the main memory. And whenever another thread is reading a variable, that read should occur from the main memory. Now the thread T2 in the CPU2 will always be updated with the latest value of I, and it will stop the execution of the while loop as soon as the thread T1 makes the variable I as false. Although the volatile keyword gives a kind of synchronization between two threads, but the volatile keyword never gives synchronization among two writer threads. The volatile keyword only gives a way of synchronization if only one thread is a writer thread and rest of other threads are the reader threads. Only in that case, the volatile keyword gives you a sense of synchronization. But you cannot always believe on the volatile keyword. You should not depend on the volatile keyword for the synchronization. You better use the synchronized keyword which we already have studied in the earlier videos of this session. The work of the volatile keyword is to update a variable directly in the main memory and read the variable directly from the main memory. Otherwise, the variables can be written or can be read from the cache memory itself. Now, this is the another feature of using the volatile keyword. This feature is called happens before feature. In this feature, we have a class shared. In the class shared, we have three variables: integer x, integer y, and integer z. In the update method, we are updating three variables as first we are updating the variable x, then we are updating the variable y, and finally we are updating the variable z. This should be this should z is equal to z. So finally we are updating the variable z. We are updating the volatile variable at last. We are updating the volatile variable at last. So when the last variable gets updated and that variable is the volatile variable, then all the variables will be written to the main memory because all the variables belong to a single object of type shared. But think in the other way. What if we update the variable z before everything else? What if we update the variable z before the variable x and the variable y? Then the variable z have to be written in the memory as soon as it gets updated, because the variable z is the volatile variable. So what will happen in this case? The variable z will be written to the main memory, and these two variables will not be updated in the main memory. So that will be a wrong state of the object, because the value of the variable z will be different from the variable x and variable y, and that should not be allowed. So if something occurs like this, then the volatile keyword ensures that the volatile variable will be written to the disk after all other variables. That means the updation on non-volatile variables will happen before the volatile variable, and that assurance is given by the volatile variable. That is called the happens before assurance. I cannot write a code for you and show you the use of the volatile keyword, because sometimes even without using the volatile keyword you find a proper synchronization among the threads. But sometimes if you do not use the volatile keyword, you can see the difference. Writing here volatile keyword actually makes you sure that you always write something to the main memory, not to the cache. And that is the first use of the volatile keyword. And the second use is to do a happens before relationship. So that's all for this video, guys. Don't forget to like and share this video, subscribe my channel on YouTube, like my page on Facebook, and leave your valuable comments in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.